Greetings, everybody. It's Jim, and this little situation should be familiar to a lot of war gamers, right? We got the frayed edges on the counter, little nubs here and there, and it was forgivable for a time back in the day, but you don't really have to put up with it anymore. I mean, after all, the frayed edges will just get possibly worse and peel off completely. And for a game like this is from my mint cracked open copy of Starship Troopers. I'm not going to be able to get these counters again anytime soon. Plus, it's unsightly, and the frays can actually get in the way of the game. You know, you're trying to move a counter and stuff, and all of a sudden you nudge one out of position because it caught the other one, and it moves it into another hex, or or just even in some games, knocks it off the trajectory for the counter facing, and that can ruin gameplay, and that's not what we want. So today I'm going to be talking to you about why you should be using the corner rounder from Oregon Laminations. Now, the first thing I want to say about the Oregon Laminations Company is their customer service is top notch. Okay, I actually got unlucky and got a bad one in the mail. All right, it just wouldn't go. It just wouldn't click. It just wouldn't move at all. And I'm like, what am I doing something wrong? Does it have a release or something like that, or does it have a shipping stopper? Like some things get mechanical, has something to stop it from moving around, and you have to take it out, and then you can use it. I was wondering what I was doing wrong. Well, it wasn't. It was totally defective. And so basically I called them up, and it was 4:45 at night, 15 minutes before closing. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'll just get a call in the morning. Not a big deal. Well, 30 minutes later, I get a call from somebody, and he goes through the process with me and stuff like that. Very easy enough. And, I got it through Amazon, so I got my return set up there, and I got a new one in the mail quite quickly. And so really just top notch, great. And the cool thing is this was specifically made for war gamers. That's what this was made for, of all things. I mean, yeah, they show business cards and stuff like that, but this is it, because it's heavy duty stuff in cardstock. So that was pretty interesting. So when using this, basically, here's my old counter, right? And this is the 2mm version. They have bigger versions out there like 2.5. So it rounds off a little bit more if you want to, maybe for bigger counters as well. But I figure I wanted more of a subtle look, just because I wanted to keep as much as the original counter as I could for that feel, right? I don't want to make it look like a modern game. I just kind of wanted to get rid of the frayed edges. So this is what mine looks like afterwards, and it's completely different. Now the side nubs you got to get rid of yourself. I'll show you that again here. Look at the right hand side there on the side, not the corners, the side. Little nub there, you kind of got to get an X-Acto knife, and that's important to do first before you put it in the punch, because it could raise what you do is you slide it right on in there, and it's a perfect, it's really easy. It's perfect. There's a boom, 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 boom. But if it has a nub, it's going to raise it a little bit, and you're not going to get it right on the corner. So you don't want that. So you got to take a little X-Acto knife and make a distinctive boom with it. You're going to take some practice, because you don't want to push too hard and get into the counter. But at the same time, if you're doing it light, you're going to be whittling away for what feels like forever, and that actually might make them worse. So you got to take care of that there. But afterwards, I mean, just this is what you got. It's just a beautiful counter, as you can see. And this is really close up. So it's not perfect and stuff like that. You still see some white and stuff. But I mean, you're looking at this from far away. This is a blown up picture. It just looks terrific on the field. Not even a problem. Like I said, you got to watch out for the side nubs, and that's about it. But overall, this only cost me $50, and they have bigger versions like 2.5. I mean, this is really mainly for older games, because I think newer games really punch out pretty clean. And it's really only, if to me, unless there's a fog of war, like in the Starship Troopers, there's a little bit of fog of war with the skinnies. You got to flip the counters over. You don't want something glaring obvious, like, oh, there's a problem with that counter. I know what that is, But for most, for a lot of older war games, it's all face up. You can see what the other person has, so it's really just cosmetic. But I highly recommend this to anybody who plays war games and has a collection of them. This one, the 2mm version, like I said, it's not an overbite on it. It's just enough so it retains the original look of the counter as much as possible. So that's my review of the corner rounder from Oregon Laminations, and I'll see you next video.